Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this fun video, I'm going to show you how to make these God is Good canvases that have my super easy Swirly-Doo, that's what I'm calling them, Swirly-Doo flowers. This one is sort of a fall theme, this one is sort of a summer theme. So I'm going to show you both, everything start to finish. And it should be really fun. I'm also planning to give all 5 of these away. And to get your name in my hat, all I'm asking is that you sprinkle this video to your Facebook page, your personal Facebook page. Or if you have a business Facebook page, that would be great too. So let's hop right in. If you have questions along the way, feel free to ask. I will get links when I'm all done. And so let me know if you want links to anything or want any more specific information. All right, so this was the first one that I made. And this was the second one that I made. And I like them both. I don't know how you feel. They both start with this. This is a Crafter's Square 6 by 8 inch Dollar Tree canvas. Okay, and what I did with this one was I just used some painter's tape and I only painted, you know, the stripes, okay, and I did paint the sides on this one. And this one, I just did this kind of messy brush thing to get it started. So I have some more over here that are in process and we're gonna work on these. We're gonna do the flower part first. Then we'll work on one that I have sitting over to the side, and then we'll come back to one or both of these to do the finishing touch, which is the God is Good stencil. All right, so for both of these, I'm just using the craft paint that I have on hand. And for this one, this is called Turquoise. It's Craft Smart. You know, you can use absolutely whatever color you want. So that is the background for these two. For this one and this one I lightened up a little bit. I used, where is it? It's here somewhere. This one, which is from Walmart. It's Waverly and it's called Lagoon. Okay? So they're both turquoise. They're just kind of different shades of turquoise, but you could use green, pink, yellow, absolutely whatever color. Orange if you're really feeling the fall mood, whatever you like. So this one I covered the whole thing. And this one I covered I just did that kind of wispy sort of thing so it doesn't cover everything. Okay, so you might be wondering, how do you make these little Swirly-Doo flowers? We have done quite a few projects with that theme, and I'm just looking over here. I just want to kind of show you. Here's some that I made a long time ago. I don't think I was calling them Swirly-Doo flowers at that point. And then we did another project just recently, but I gave all of those away, I think. So I don't even have one to show you. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to do a fall theme with these two right here. So I'm using this orange pumpkin, Waverly, this Merlot wine color, this sage green and white. And then they're using this as the base. These are all from Walmart. They're all Waverly brand except for this one. But you know, you can use any kind of paint you have on hand, whether it's acrylic paint, craft paint, chalk paint, it's all pretty much the same for this part. Now, don't use any of those things on your stencils. We'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, so I just have one of my silly little artist things. I had been working on a paper plate and it was getting really messy, so I just grabbed this. I haven't used it in a while. Normally, I'm a paper plate kind of girl. I'm going to start with some white. And we're just using a variety of cruddy brushes over here. Nothing fancy. Let's see, I want something. Is this one soft? Yeah. So I'm just cleaning it off, and I'm just gonna grab some white, and I'm gonna do, for this one, I'm gonna do a flower in the top left corner and then 3 along the bottom. So you're just gonna put your white on first. This is so you can paint over the top of it and you can blend into it a little bit, and it just makes it easier. And you can make these absolutely whatever size you want and place them wherever you want as well. Okay, is that lovely? Do you love it? All right, next I'm gonna grab some orange, and I'm just gonna grab it with my paintbrush that has the white on it. We'll start here. We're just kind of doing these little, I don't know how to describe it, little like twisty, twirly-doo kind of things. And I'm picking up different amounts of my paint. I'll hold this up here right now in just a second, which it looks really messy, but it will look great in just a few minutes. There's really no right or wrong with this. And the messier the better. And the thing that I think that gives it the absolute cutest part is the markers, okay? We're using chalk markers this time. On these, I used black chalk markers. On this one that we're working on, I'm gonna try the white. We'll see how it looks. If I don't like it, we'll switch. Anyway, so I'm just putting some orange paint on here. These could be pumpkins also, if that's what you were wanting. That would be pretty cute. But I haven't practiced pumpkins, so I'm not ready to teach you how to do that. And I'm one of those people that I like to practice a good bit before I actually come and show anything. Okay, still not very lovely. So how's everyone doing today? This is such a fun project. And you guys, these little canvases cost $1. So this is what I'm thinking. If I completely mess them up, it was a $1 learning experience. So I'm not even worried too much about that. Okay, I just picked up a little bit of this Merlot color, and I'm just gonna bring it in. I think, you know, $1 for a canvas is a great price to learn on. And these flowers are not hard. The stenciling isn't hard either, but it is something that you kind of have to do a little bit to get the hang of it and to figure out how you're gonna like it the best. So we're going to be using this stencil in a little bit that says God is good. And I tell you what, ever since I figured out what my project was going to be, which was about 5 in the morning, I have just had this song on my mind, and I wonder if you guys have ever heard it. I think I'll get the YouTube link for it and put it in the comments. But it's the one, I think it's by Chris Tomlin, or he might not have been the one who wrote the song, but he sang it. And it's called You're a Good, Good Father. Oh. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about as I've been working on this project is that song and how he really is. He is good in so many ways, and he is a good, good father. Okay. Like I said, you just have to figure out what you like. And because this paint is still wet, if you feel like it's too dark, you can still blend it. It's not too late. All right. Okay, now let's add some little leaves. And I'm just using this sage paint. So we're using, in case you're hopping on replay or you missed the beginning, we're just using your basic inexpensive craft paint that you can get. Mine is almost all from Walmart, but you can get this stuff everywhere. It's nothing fancy or expensive. And we're using it to paint our canvases and to do our little Swirly-Doo flowers. We're not using any of this stuff on top of our stencils because that is the quickest way to ruin a stencil. And the stencils that I use, that I'll be showing you, are from Magnolia DIY, if you're new. This one is anyways. They're reusable, so I don't want to mess it up the first go around by putting paint on it and having that paint dry in the little mesh so that I can't ever use it again. I use my stencils over and over and over again, so I just thought I would mention that. And there's nothing specific about how you do the leaves either. They don't even have to be great because we're gonna do the lines around them that really give them a lot of personality. This turquoise though is so dark that I want to put a little extra of this sage paint on it so you can actually see that these leaves are a different color. If you're new to DIY Dreaming, most of the projects that I do here are going to be quick. They're going to be easy. I mean, you don't have to be a really fabulous crafter or be artistic. They're going to be affordable. They're going to be sometimes a little different. They're almost always going to involve either faith, because that's the most important thing to me, family, or flowers. I love flowers. I do a ton of flowers here. So if you like flowers, I think, and you haven't, you're new here, I think you'll like it. Okay, I'm just adding a little bit of shading to my leaves. I dipped my paintbrush into a little bit of the green and a little bit of the white. Probably do a much better job if I didn't have people watching me. You know. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say that that is good for now. What do you guys think? I mean, it's still not super lovely. Let's see, I might want to do, I think, take this green off. It's adding a little bit of a center to these flowers. Okay, good. I gotta stop because that's when I tend to mess things up if I just keep going. Okay, we're gonna let that sit to dry for a minute. We're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna do the black doodles. I'm gonna show you how to do the doodles on this one that I made earlier. It's a different, I painted this, you know, a different style, but we're gonna do the same kind of swirly-doos using black chalk pen, and then we'll come back and we'll do one or the other of these two. And we're gonna try the white, and we'll also stencil them. So, looks like there's a couple hundred people on here on Facebook. Yay, I'm so glad. If you missed this, I am going to be giving away all 5 of these little Swirly-Doo God is Good canvases. And to get your name in my hat for that, all I'm asking you to do is to sprinkle. Sprinkle this on your social media. And I'll be able to tell, and I'll randomly pick 5 people who sprinkled to their own personal pages. I'll pick them tomorrow, and I'll tell you who those people are. Okay. So we're starting this one. I'm doing blobs on just either corner, and then I'm going to pick up some orange with my white brush. Hey, and if these comments right here are bothering you, you should be able to swipe them away. Somebody says, they love my crafts. How's my family doing? My family's doing great. Our house is a disaster today, though, because we had hail damage a little while back, and we just got a new roof, and now today we're getting some new gutters. And so, oh my gosh, it is a total disaster everywhere you look. So we're doing good though. Okay, this really could be a pumpkin, but I have not practiced on making pumpkins, so I'm not gonna do that live. But I tell you what, if you do, I would love to see what you come up with. So you can either put your pictures here of your projects if you decide to do pumpkins, or you could put them over at Dreamy DIY, which is the group that I set up for all of us to be able to share our craft project pictures. Okay. So this is what I have right now. And I'm gonna clean this off just a little bit, and I'm gonna pick up some of this Merlot color and some white to start. Just kind of mix that in. Ooh, it was pretty. So you can see that, I mean, there's nothing to this. I'm just kind of going in swirls. That's why I'm calling these Swirly-Doo flowers, kind of around an imaginary center. In fact, I think if you saw these right now, you'd be very, very unimpressed with what you were seeing, seriously. Okay, let's say that one's good, and let's finish up the top. And then we'll do some leaves. And then I'm going to show you the really fun part, which is where the magic happens. And we're going to be using my Magnolia DIY markers. And they're ink and chalk paste, so you can use them on a ton of different projects. I've been completely obsessed with them lately, and I've been using them a ton. And I think that every crafter should have these things in their crafting closet. Seriously. Okay, let's say that that is good. All right, now let's grab some green and we'll do our leaves real quick. Then we'll set this aside and we're gonna do the black, the squiggly stuff on this one. We'll do the white squiggly stuff probably on the other one if it's dry enough. And some of these I'll have to come back to finish. So if you want your, and I will sign these. I know somebody will ask. Not that they're masterpieces or anything, but I will sign them. So I'm gonna give all 5 of these away and I'll mail them out to 5 people whose names I will randomly select from everyone who sprinkles this video to their personal social media. Facebook page is the best. Today. And today is the 4th of August. I can't even believe it. It's Wednesday. So I'll tell you whose name I pick, who the 5 people are that I picked their names tomorrow morning. So that's pretty easy. There's nothing you need to purchase. Just sprinkle so that your friends and family can see this fun project and see how super easy it is. I mean, it is seriously so easy. I'm just adding a little bit more of the green on here so that we can see it. And then I'm going to bring a little bit of white into it. Whoops. I would actually like to know how to do, you know, this technique for real. I just know how I've done it for the last, I don't know, year or 2. Okay, so here is this one. And I would put the smaller flower at the top. Okay, so I'm gonna set it aside. And let me put this over here so I don't spill it or something. And let's come over to work on this. Okay, this was the canvas that I did before I came live. And I did some more elaborate flowers that I used this, which one? It was this bright pink called Bright Magenta. Yeah, and I used a teeny bit of yellow. Okay, so I want to show you how to turn it into something like this. This idea, anyways. Okay. All right, whoops, wrong one. Okay, so I'm using from my set of ink markers and chalk paste markers. I'm using the black chalk paste. On the previous fabric projects that we've done lately, we have used the ink. This we're going to use chalk paste, and I'm just going to prime my marker, make sure that there's not so much stuff coming out of it that it gets all over everything. And let me flip this over. I think it might be easier to see if I do. Okay, so now I am just going to do some little curved lines to outline my flowers, and they're not even gonna be necessarily at the edge or inside or outside. They're just totally random. And I'm gonna try really hard not to get my fingers in it. Look how much that adds. Okay, let's do our leaves. When I'm doing the leaves, I like to not even have it be exactly where the green is. Okay, and then we can add a few little dots here and there. Okay, let's do the bottom ones. Each one of these is different. They totally look different. They have different feel. Okay. Did you see how quick that happened? I love it. So if you're liking this project so far, give me some of these or some hearts, or put some hearts or smiley faces in the comments. Just let me know. And again, I'm going to be giving all 5 of these away, and to get your name in my hat for one of these, if you just will sprinkle this video to your social media, to your Facebook page, if you want to, then tomorrow morning I will randomly pick 5 people. Okay, so I think part of what makes these so absolutely adorable is the stuff going around the edge. So I'm just going to create that. I'm going to do a line and 2 dots. And none of my lines are straight. None of them are the same exact distance. It's all very random. Is that adorable or what? Oh my gosh, I think it turned out so cute. Okay, so this was what was the one that I did before I came live was this one, and this is the one that I just finished up for you guys. And I mean, there's just nothing. You just do not have to have any artistic abilities to do these. Okay, so that is super duper cute. Now, and here's the other one that I did that had the fall colors. I did this one before I came live. So I have these 3 are all finished up, and each one of them I think looks completely different. What do you guys think? Okay, let's set these over here, and let's bring one of these out. And I'm going to get my little embossing gun and just hit it for just a second because I want to make sure. Completely different with this one. We're going to use this same stencil, which I love, by the way. There's a million things that you could do with this. And it's just such a basic sentiment. And it's such a truth. Okay, I'm going to grab a paper towel and a teeny bit of this clear beeswax that I have, just to put a little bit of beeswax in the center area, so that, just a teeny bit, so that my stencil will have a nice crisp look. I'm not putting it over the top of my flowers. You could though, when you're all done, when it was all dry. Okay, so This is my God is Good stencil, and I'm just going to eyeball where to put it. There's no specific place I want to put it, I just want it to be straight. And then I thought, where is my white chalk? Let's use white chalk paste, and let's use a white pen, and let's just see how it looks. If it's terrible, I can redo it. I can go over the top of it with some black, but I think it's gonna be great. So this is chalk paste in white, and I'm just using a little squeegee. I've got my stencil on here. I'm just gonna put some chalk paste on here. We'll push it real quick through the holes on the stencil. If you're artistic, or you can do lettering, you could certainly, you know, handwrite whatever you wanted out. I am not able to do any of that kind of stuff. So for me, stencils are a great option. And I think for most people, they're a great option. Okay, so this is what I have. Oh, it'll be cute. Looks great. Okay, so now we're gonna add our detail to the flowers. I'm throwing this into my little tub of water off camera. We are going to add the details for these flowers and around the edge in white chalk pen. And if you're thinking, oh my word, I have to have this set of ink and chalk paste markers that Heidi is using every other day at DiyDreaming. And I am, because I'm just completely obsessed with them right now. I will get you a link when I'm all finished. But if you want to look right now, you can just go to magnoliadiy.com, magnoliadiy.com, and look under, I think it's under accessories is where you find these pins. You get the chalk paste set, black, white, silver, and gold, and you get also the ink set, black, white, gold, and silver. I haven't used this one yet, so I just want to get it primed really good. And these have a reversible tip. I'm just using the rounded one, but you can pull it out and switch it over to the other side if you want and get an angled one. Okay, so let's don't mess up our stencil. These are not quite as dark as the black, so you might want to go over your lines a couple of times just to get it completely visible. There is the start. It looks very different. I think it's super cute also, but it does look very different from what I had going on with the other ones. And I'm just not fully used to using these. I should have worked with my pen for a few minutes before I came live. because it's wanting to come out sideways. I don't want any humongous blobs. Okay, we're getting there. Part of my issue might also be that my flowers are not 900% dry. So it's, my chalk paste is wanting to come out and sort of soak into the paint and not sit on top of it. Okay, one more flower. And then we'll do our okay, I'm gonna say good enough. It is pretty darn cute. I think I like the black better, but I just wanted you guys to know that there's tons that you can do with this whole set. I've used the silver and gold blots. Okay, so let's start and do, ooh, I don't want to put my fingers in that. Okay, here we go. So just to summarize, these are the projects that we did. I used the God is Good stencil on all of them. I have one more to finish off camera, this one, and I may do it in black because I think I do like the black better. But super easy. What you're gonna need if you wanna do this project is you can get these 6x8 Crafters Square canvases at Dollar Tree for $1 a piece. You're going to need whatever combination of craft acrylic chalk paint in whatever colors you like. If you want to do this striped idea, I just did 2 stripes of paint, of painter's tape. So I left these 2 areas blank. You're going to need that stencil, that God is Good stencil, and either some white chalk paste or black chalk paste. And you're gonna need the pins. And that's pretty much it. And they turned out super adorable for $1 a piece. They look really cute, I think. I have an easel here. I think they'd be adorable just, you know, sitting in an easel on your desk, on the counter. Oops. So what do you guys think? Do you like it? As soon as I hop off, I will put some links to everything in the comments. And you can say link if you want me to give you a direct link as well. I'd be glad to. I want to know what you guys think. Feel free to sprinkle if you want to get your name in my hat for tomorrow. I will draw 5 names randomly from people who sprinkled, and I will be sending these out to you, all 5 of you. And I hope that you will enjoy them. I hope that this motivated you to know that these flowers are easy. That's why I call them Swirly-Doo flowers, because that's all you're doing is some swirlies. And then you're scribbling around them with one of the markers. Anyone can do it. You don't have to be an artist or anything like that. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys take a screenshot if you would like. And then I will hop off, answer questions. I will get you links. Thank you for sprinkling, everyone. And thank you for the stars. That's so kind of you. If you want to make sure that you see what I have coming up next, and I'm working, you want to see a little sneak peek? Oh my gosh, okay, so one thing I'm working on is a magnolia leaf wreath using vintage sheet music that we're painting. Well, we're not really painting it, but we're gonna stain it. So that's one thing I'm working on, and that's all out in the other room. I can't show you that. But the other thing, where is it, that I am working on, and I have not figured it out yet, so this is not gonna be the final thing, but I'm working on making a 2-piece fall type of sign using the new fall stencils from Magnolia. And we'll do something really fun with it. I will be experimenting for at least a couple more hours until I get that all squared away and fabulous. So if you want to make sure that you see that, take 2 seconds to look if you've liked and followed DIY Dreaming. Do a this, or say something in the comments, all those things. Increase your odds, your Facebook odds, which is a mystery that they'll actually show you what I have coming up. If you're watching on YouTube, take 2 seconds to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yep, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow with something. I'm not sure what, but it'll be something good. So I hope I'll see you then. Bye. Where do you get the stencils? I am gonna get you a link, and yes, there's all different sizes, but you can find them at magnoliadiy.com. All smushed together, no spaces. magnoliadiy.com. But I will get direct links as well. Thank you, Susan. Yes, I will get direct links. I'll sprinkle them throughout the comments, and anyone who just says link, I'll give you all my links. And it's going to tell you the paint, where you get the little 6x8 canvases. It's got my link thing's going to have all the information that you need. Two last things before I go. These are just a couple of the other projects that we've made here recently using this ink and chalk paste pen set. Super cute, huh? So I just wanted you to know. Oh, I think I also made that thing that I showed you just a minute ago. I'll lift that back up again. That these are super versatile. Yes, I did use it for this, for my squiggly doos on these. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys later.